This sourdough bagel recipe is one that you'll want to save because it's the absolute best. It's by the Pantry Mama. It starts with 100 grams of active sourdough starter, 250 grams of warm water. Mix those together and add 10 grams of salt, 30 grams of sugar, and 500 grams of bread flour. Mix those together. I always start off with my dough whisk to just get it combined and then go in with my hands to try and get all the flour off the bottom of the bowl and incorporate it into the dough. Once you've done that, just take it out of the bowl and start kneading it. This is a dough that you're going to knead for 10 minutes. You could also use a KitchenAid mixer with the dough hook, but I just prefer to do it by hand. You can really feel the dough start to change after about the 5-minute mark. It comes together and it's nice and smooth and elastic and not so chunky feeling. After 10 minutes, you're just going to put it in a clean bowl, cover it with a lid or plastic wrap, and put it on your counter overnight. By morning, it should have doubled in size, and then you're going to split it in, I do 8 sections. I think her recipe calls for 12, but even 8 sections makes a fairly small bagel, so you can do 6 if you prefer them a little bit bigger. Then just roll out each section, and this is the way that I prefer to connect my bagels. I don't like to poke a hole in the center and then stretch them out because I feel like they don't stay in that shape. So roll it out, flatten one of the ends, bring the other end into it, and then fold it over and just pinch the seams and it will stay together and they come out beautifully. Once you're finished with each of them, I put them on a little section of parchment paper like this and then let them rest for another hour to 2 hours. You want them to puff up quite a bit. And then you're going to drop them into some boiling water. And this is where the parchment paper comes in handy because I just drop it right in there. It comes off really easily and then I don't have to handle the bagel with my hand and get it all stretched out. So it needs to boil for a minute total, 30 seconds each side. And take them out, put them on a plate, and then you can add your toppings while the bagels are still wet. They'll stick to them really nicely. It doesn't need an egg wash or anything. I used everything bagel seasoning for these, and a few I kept plain because I have a little bit of a picky eater at home. And these will bake at 400 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes until they're golden on top. They are so perfect, and they are absolutely delicious.